Alright, wingman, you just want me to cover the A-10 again. Fine, we'll talk about the A-10 and the size of its bullets. Welcome to the GAU-8 Avenger, better known as the tank killer, better known as the brrr. So how big is the GAU-8 really? Well, here is the business end of the weapon, but the barrel continues on, there's the pilot, continues on, and stops at about here. Then back here you have your little squirrely bits and your feeder trays and your feeder tubes and stuff like that. But behind here, you have your magazine drum. And with that drum, it holds roughly around above 1,000 rounds. But it really doesn't matter when your rounds are about this size. And if my math is correct, the pilot can switch to where he can either fire everything in 30 seconds or he can fire everything in 15 seconds. So real quick rundown on how a bullet works. So a bullet has a propellant behind it. You strike the propellant and it causes an explosion. Everything around the bullet must be stronger than the bullet for the bullet to propel forward as fast as possible. And as long as the bullet is in the barrel, it will continue to accelerate until it gets to the end of the barrel. This is what we call muzzle velocity. And muzzle velocity typically is how you measure how fast is a bullet. And two roundabout things in physics on how to measure impact. How big was that mass and how fast was that mass moving? Here's why the GAU-8 is so dangerous. These 7 barrels will give you 30mm bullets. It's about the size of a small can of Coke. And for the GAU-8, remember the explosion is starting here. And it has to travel all the way down until you reach the end of the GAU-8. The muzzle velocity of the 30mm bullet coming out of these is 3,324 feet per second. That's 199,440 feet, or roughly 37.7 miles a minute. I'll spare you the science and the conversions, but this 30mm bullet is coming out of here at roughly a little under Mach 3. And that's just firing once. The A-10 can fire one of these 65 times a second. So yes, the iconic sound of the A-10's is 65 rounds that are 30mm all the way around, moving almost 3 times the speed of sound. Have peace and love.